What's up, everybody?
Dude, I don't know what it is with that voice. I don't know what it is with the voice. I got to say that ahead of time because I have the biggest smile on my face. Never mind. I can't say that here, but I have a huge smile on my face. So it got us again, Bobby. The record in progress.
The thing that sucks though is like you don't actually get that in the recording. But there's a new stupid thing that Zoom does, and welcome back, everybody. This week, Pardon the Ignorance podcast is back with Dave, Harry, myself, and we're joined this week by a buddy of Dave and Chris, Randall. How are you, Randall?
Good. How's it going? Good to be here.
Hey, man. Welcome aboard. Hopefully you're a better person than Chris is on the podcast lately. He's been severely malnutritioned and doesn't speak much on the pod. So
at least this one looks like he knows how to eat. So
yeah,
he's a little on the thinner side, but you can tell he knows how to.
Are you still doing the vegan thing?
Fuck no, man.
You
guys cuss here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Say whatever the fuck you want, man.
Yeah. Apparently you have listened to a few pods, so you should know that already. Not
yeah,
much.
just don't say the N-word.
Checking.
Anything else is game.
Nacho?
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah,
okay.
Stay away from that one.
Cool, man.
I was never really vegan. I just was trying to be a cool health guy, and that went off the rails pretty quick, like everything else. But yeah, I don't know. I try to eat better meat. I'd say that's the only thing I try to do now. Like,
right.
Store-bought stuff and all that. It's kind of crappy.
I hear you.
Yeah. It's stuff you add water to and it turns into food. Probably not the best stuff for you.
That's the thing, man. I don't think we eat primarily when it comes to meat. We primarily eat chicken. We haven't bought chicken in 4.5, almost 5 years. So
wait, stop. Wait, I'm thrown off. What? Say again, Bobby?
Where do you get it from then?
We go outside, we chop its fucking head off, take the feathers off, and we cook it.
Oh, you have your own chickens in the yard?
Nice.
Not in our yard, over at my sister's. We got about 45 of them right now.
I was gonna say I've never seen a chicken at your house. I'm like,
do they know that you're taking their chickens, or is it just something you
do?
No,
me and listen, like the husband of my wife's sister, we put in together and we bought these chickens, geese, and rabbits, and we just breed them, raise them, eat them.
That's cool, man. Free eggs.
Yeah, the eggs are fucking awesome. So
we have a couple up at my property, and oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, but they're good to have around. They eat snakes and everything too. So
yeah,
you got some fresh, good wholesome free eggs and no rattlesnakes.
That's awesome.
Cool. I take it you're not in Germany right now, Randall.
I'm in Germany now, but yeah, I'm kind of halfway around the world, half of the year. So
are you in California? You in Texas or what?
Usually California and Reno, Nevada. Been doing a lot of work over there.
Okay, very I can see where the snakes come in. I was gonna say, I hope we don't have those here. This is new to me.
No.
I'm moving to Iceland.
Although I do gotta say, a few weeks ago I had an awesome, pretty awesome phone call about 6:30 in the morning that a fox got in to somebody. Forgot to close something up, whatever, and a bunch of chickens and geese were out. And a fox got about 22 of them and just slaughtered them, just left them thrown all over the yard.
Yeah. Those things are pissed, man.
Yeah, it's fucking gross.
Yeah, but I'll take the foxes over anything that shakes its tail. It could possibly kill me. I'm good. I think this might be the most dangerous thing in Germany, a fox. Are there bears here?
Or the ticks.
Or the fucking pigs. The wild boars are awful.
Dude, that's overrated.
Dude, look up wolves. Wolves are coming back to Germany. I think last year I looked it up and I think they got a couple hundred that they've tracked in Germany, Eastern Germany.
Oh, wow.
That's fun.
That's crazy.
Randall, was that Hohenfels or Grafenwehr where they had the wild boars you had to watch out for?
Both, man. They had those giant ones. Those things are
they're like 300-400 pounds.
Yeah,
it's the mamas you got to watch out for.
No, the dude, you come next time you come over to my house, we're gonna go for a little drive and get out and go for a little walk just into the woods over right here by me.
It frightens me a little bit. I don't know why.
They're fucking everywhere.
I'm gonna take you to my secret
everywhere.
shed.
Well, I'm trying to bring people up to my cabin in the freaking middle of the woods. Like, hey guys, come out to the mountains with me.
Nice. Where are you at in Germany?
Well, I'm over in the Saarland, but I'm talking about our place in Northern California. Dave was giving me shit for a while because he's like, dude, all you talk about is bringing guys up to your freaking cabin.
And they're never there. There's like never.
Yeah. There's no evidence.
Oh, hey man.
Hey,
we don't
washes the skin. It puts the lotion on the skin. How big is that place up there?
I got 7 acres, and then my dad's in the area. I kind of border him. He's got 15, and then he borders the national forest. So we've got a big playground. It's kind of like running around, I guess, Hohenfels training area all to yourself. It's pretty cool.
The videos I've seen and the pictures where it looks nice out there. It looks like a lot of fun. So are you allowed to shoot whatever you want in California? I'm not aware. You're allowed to fire whatever?
Well, it depends. I mean, when they have the fire ban on, which is like 4 months out of the year, you're not supposed to shoot, but nobody's going to tell on you out there. The funny thing is, California wants to ban lead bullets.
Right.
I think they already have in most areas. And so now you got to go to like steel or whatever, but brass is the least, or lead is the least likely to spark if you hit a rock.
Exactly.
So you would think you want more lead bullets. So because people shoot out there, they don't care.
Yeah, but they're worried about people getting lead poisoning.
Well, they should see they should see what people dump out there. I mean,
I know. See, but then again, if you're in Northern California, when they have like the burn bans, you guys, that doesn't really affect you too much, does it?
Yeah, I think we're at about 3,400 feet, but it's still it's called a high desert. It's still super dry.
Okay, so you're not that far north then.
No, we're not like Alpine. Like
Yosemite's
right down the road, but they're that's an hour and away, and it jumps up to like about 11,000.
Well, I want to go, man, just to shoot around, ride around on some 4-wheelers, take my shirt off, whatever you guys do. I don't know.
Drink lots of PBR, man.
Oh, but I've seen a couple veterans retreats like this where you're out there like chopping wood and you're shooting, rifles, and you're doing all kinds of fun stuff. I don't know, you're doing man shit. I sit on a fucking desk 8 hours a day. I'm not gonna lie to you. If we went out there, man, and we did 30 minutes of wood cutting, I'm done for the rest of the day. I'm done. I'll be like, dude,
you might be done for the week, dude.
Yeah.
Wood cutting is no fun because I smoke my own wood every year, and it fucking rough. It is so rough.
It's a good workout. You remember Mr. Canaan?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been up there a couple times to help me out and do some civilian work with me. And we were up there in the winter one time, and that's all we had was my wood burning stove. So
that's fucking living it, man. That's living it.
When we ran out of wood, that's it. We had to go out there 2 a.m. in the snow and start chopping it up.
But I don't know. It's like
that's cool, man. We'll let that pass on the podcast, but if we're not recording, you guys didn't really chop wood. You guys were snuggling up, right?
Dude, buddy heat, man. It's too cold. There's no shame.
It's not gay. It's just friendship. It's just what it is. It's what
Dude,
it is.
Hypothermia kills, man.
Yeah. Little tip to tip. It's when you turn against each other that they might get a question. But if you're spooning, it's legal, buddy.
No eye contact.
Man, if you can help your buddy put a sweater on, why not?
Yeah. But I'm the type of weirdo who's going to snuggle up to your neck and blow some hot air across it. Just see what happens. Just see where it goes. Who knows?
Actually, I'm that idiot that I'll put my head down like by the small of your back and tickle your back with my fucking eyelashes. What the fuck is this dude doing?
But I don't like it, but don't stop. Just keep going. Yeah. So Harry,
Back Mountain. There you go.
So Harry, what have you been up to, man?
Not a lot really. I just started my my color commentating for football. That's pretty good. That's a lot of fun. And
that's awesome.
I gotta say, you need a partner.
Well, I tried to like get you on it, and they said they wanted to go with one person for a while, so I kind of had to adapt my style to.
I think I gotta say, I think you did well. I've listened to both. You've done a pretty good job.
Well, it's hard, I still want to improve game by game. The first one I didn't like that much because it was pretty much just commentating down to the chase, like what's happening. I didn't have any background information because I was just new to the whole league. And now I'm trying to work that in.
Right.
Trying to sprinkle a couple of jokes in, that kind of thing, and see how it goes.
Right.
I have one favor to ask of you. I did last year. There was, I think it was the Browns Kansas City game was on German TV last year. And those stupid douchebags from Ron or whatever the fuck that is.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck is wrong with them, but they're not funny. And if you try to steal any of their shit, we might have to rethink you being on here.
Oh, Harry's doing it all in English.
Fucking, I know. Well, dude, this one dude, like I don't know what his name is, but he looks like he's American. If you know what I'm talking about, that one. He said, get this guy some butter. He just got toasted. I turned the fucking TV off and went to bed. I said, there's no fucking way I'm watching another second of this garbage.
That could be a Chris Collinsworth line. One of his better.
Oh
ones.
my God. It was awful.
Yeah.
I
wouldn't steal anybody's jokes. Those guys in particular, because they have a vibe, and that's pretty good. I mean, I tried out to be on their broadcast team once, as you probably know.
Yeah.
And in the end, I'm kind of glad that it didn't work out because
I'd be glad too. They suck.
Well, I wouldn't go that far, but obviously they're doing a job because they're turning millions of people on to football.
That's fine. And I'm very happy that they do that. But I think I don't know. I think it's just like where I'm still belong to that's like one part where I have not really been Germanized is the humor. Right. You know what I mean? And they think it's hilarious. I'm just like, oh my God, dude, that sucked. Somebody wrote that for you. What the fuck? And you said, oh my God, I have to say this. Shame on both you idiots.
Yeah.
And that's what I hear. That's what I think every time I listen to that.
The thing is they try to take what they think is American humor, translate it into German and try to make it look cool. What they're really trying to do is to get these sound bites and those quotes going. That's what I think, without knowing them any better. They're trying to get these sound bites on and be quotable. Oh, they said that and that. They want to establish phrases and stuff in popular culture, because there's certain things that that broadcasters say even in the States that become memes. And so they're trying to go that way. I don't think it works because, I mean, to me, it doesn't treat the sport with enough respect. Those things are supposed to happen organically. If you drop a line and you're commentating, it has to be so off the wall that people go, whoa, but it all sounds a little bit staged to me. So that's why
gotta
try to stay away from that.
Gotta get the hype going somehow.
Yeah.
Funny that you guys are talking about football, because if I remember correctly, Randall is not a fan.
I love football.
No, you don't, man. No, you don't.
Dude, I just been over here so long. I didn't want to pay for a package or stay up late to watch games. I just lost touch. I love playing it, and when it's on, when I'm in the States and it's on, I like watching it. I don't know.
Funniest thing is, man, you live in one of the best states to be a football fan. Where you're from, one of the best states. You're you're a free agent fan. There's no team in your
Mississippi.
There's no state. You're a free agent fan.
Dude, we got nothing. We had a hockey team for a couple years.
Wait, you had a hockey team in Mississippi?
Oh yeah, whatever their minor is, we had Mississippi Seawolves, and about $7 a game. They lost every game, but they had this big black enforcer from the pros that came down, and he just slaughtered everybody every game.
Nice.
And
I used to love that shit.
Yeah, and it's they're not the upper level, so winning isn't as important. It's more entertainment, and it was good, man. There were so many fights every game. I don't know how this dude was in the penalty box the whole time.
I actually I used to work for the Cleveland Cavaliers before I moved to Germany, and we had a AHL affiliate, which is the second league for ice hockey. They trade off if their parent teams are the NHL, so a lot of players move up and down. There's one dude that we had This guy was the baddest motherfucker. He could actually play hockey pretty well, but if he went on the ice, you knew shit was gonna go down. This dude tried to fight an entire team, got thrown out of the game, went down the visitors like runway, like somehow he got past like security guards. Nobody was paying attention. He went into the visitors' locker and just started cracking skulls. It was so awesome.
That sounds like some of the soccer games you see like lower level in like South America and stuff. Like the ref will make a bad call and get stabbed to death.
Yes. Hey, like, stabbing's not as much fun as it sounds. It's really not. So, just saying.
Never mind. I'm not going to do this.
What?
We were talking about how like a lot of people on broadcasters in America become memes. Well, there's a Fox 8 in Cleveland where I'm from. I'll never forget this because the girl, she's mixed. She's half black, half white. And the guy, like her co-anchor, is 100% African-American. And she said jigaboo on air.
Oh.
And she had no idea what it means. And this dude's just looking at her like, all right. And I found it on YouTube. I was going to play it, but then I thought against it.
Canceled right away.
Oh, yeah.
So Post Live, I'm Logan Tittle. A Fox anchor in Cleveland apparently learned a new word on Monday while recapping the Oscars. Unfortunately, the word was racist, and she learned it live on air. WJW's Christy Capel was discussing Lady Gaga's tribute to the Sound of Music with her co-host Wayne Dawson.
Wow, Lady Gaga surprising a lot of people last night with this tribute to the Sound of Music.
It was
It's very impressive, isn't it?
It's hard to really hear her voice
Lady Gaga.
with all the jigaboo music.
Legit.
It would have been better if the anchor would have looked at her and be like, I don't think you know what that means.
Like he tried to like play it off. And like, if you keep watching the video, he explains it to her and she just absolutely horrified and he's laughing his ass off. Oh, if you guys get a chance to Google it, it's hilarious.
I just Googled the word because honestly, I'd never heard it before.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude, it's pretty bad.
On Urban Dictionary, it says it's basically a derogatory word for an African, and the quote is, "This jigaboo was masturbating into a public toilet."
See, it's okay if Harry says it.
Yeah.
So I just want to throw a disclaimer out here. Right, Harry?
Well, go ahead. I was waiting. I was waiting on the disclaimer.
Disclaimer.
I
Harry's
love
allowed
the
to say
description.
it.
Do you have your victim card?
Harry,
You know, you got that shade, that color, those color shades, what you're allowed to say.
I know.
And
You know what's crazy? Like, it's funny. To be honest with you, Harry, like, you're half African American, dude. I would have thought you were Turkish or something.
Well, mashallah, my friend.
Please don't forget that Harry is 7.826% Chinese as well. So,
Good for you.
so he's also allowed to make inappropriate Asian remarks as well. So, congratulations.
always punch up.
Always, yeah.
But see, I'm from Mississippi though, so I get to punch a lot of people too, man.
I was getting ready
Like-
to say, yeah, it's like
The rest of the country hates us, so we're like, we're down on the bottom.
Is it true that Mississippi is last in education? Is that true?
Probably, I don't know.
That number
best
always.
answer.
I went to school there, dude. So when I went to college, there was a lot of like, yep, don't know this.
what does that mean?
Dude, I had a
Wait a
squad
minute,
leader
Fucking
from
math has letters in it?
yeah, what is this shit?
What's a pronoun?
My first squad leader was a black dude from like Fort Lewis or something, and he was always picking on me about Mississippi. He's like, hey, how's it feel to wear shoes for once? I'm like, oh, fuck you, man. Hey, but we have tough feet. You run around barefoot. It's good for you now. Who
Yeah.
Who knew? Now I learned that in school, and I'm like, hey, shit. So we've been doing it right down there.
Yeah, you big up
Minimalist.
big ass corns and shit on the bottom of your feet.
I'll be honest with you, man. Hillbillies those are my people. I I fit in very well with them, even
They know
though
how
I'm
to build
from.
shit. They absolutely know how to build shit.
Dude. And that's the thing, like I have hillbilly rigging shit down to a fucking science. The last time Dave was over here for our last in-person podcast that we did it over Zoom. Well, I only have one ring light. And in order to give Dave like a way to hold his phone, I took a microphone boom. I hooked up a car phone holder to this microphone boom, and I just took a fucking nightlight from my nightstand and used that to backlight them.
It was Hillbilly Mechanics 101. It was a well done job, Bobby.
Yeah.
Bobby, I gotta ask you.
Yeah.
Do you have one of your children or your wife gently misting you as the podcast goes?
Bro, I've been drinking since 2:30 this afternoon, and it is fucking hot in my house. There's nobody here.
Are we talking to the same Bobby who posted that he was going to stay sober for the next episode?
Yeah, that's one.
That's
the
same.
That's the one. Yeah,
dude. Nobody likes a quitter. Come on.
Oh man, and I go hard. We make our own stuff, and it's about 73%, 72, 74%.
It'll get you, man. I've had it. It's tasty. Is it still the Mandarin?
No, this one's different. It's apple pear.
We'll do it. Do it. Randall, I swear you get fucked up there so quick with this stuff, man.
Yeah, because what he tries to do is he tries to get his moonshine aromas in accordance to the Yankee Candle smells. So whatever. Like,
I do. Dude, I got one that I swear to God, I got one that tastes just like Nutella. We make our own cognac.
It's not bad either. It's not bad.
The cognac is really good. When it first hits your tongue, it's like, holy shit, that's really good cognac. But then as you drink it, you go, wow,
this is
that
actually
sucked.
cheap moonshine.
because it's 70 some percent.
What is this, feet?
We have some stuff right now that we have stashed away that's around 88, 89%. But it's with from apple. It has like an apple taste to it. We made it from apples, and it is fucking awful.
Hey, how's it going?
He's gotten big.
Yeah. Talking to
Some guys say, hey.
Hey, buddy.
What's up?
Hey.
There's no peace around here, man.
No, hey.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're only nothing wrong with being a dad, buddy. Nothing wrong with being a dad.
Hello.
Bye.
Absolutely not.
Isn't that right, Harry?
Love you.
Whatever.
It sounds like I'm about to be a dad right now. My family just got home from the lake.
Oh man, these living single days.
Hey, Harry,
Must
fuck
be so
you.
great to have a family around.
I
What?
like how Harry writes in the group today. It's like, oh shit, I fell asleep and forgot to go to my girlfriend's. Looks like I guess I'm gonna be on. Thanks for joining us, bud.
Yeah.
You dick. Like, it's like, well, I guess I'll be on.
Oh, baby, I can't go tonight. Tesla needs a charge. Can't go. Dickhead.
Dude, but talking about being a dickhead in a Tesla, I found out how to get the autopilot going with like the charging adapter, so it literally drives itself and I don't have to do shit until I hit a construction site. So
Nice.
That's really awesome.
Randall, he gave, who was it? It was me and you, right, Bobby?
Yeah, it was the two of us.
We went in Harry's Tesla and he gave us that little, I don't know if you've seen a Tesla where it picks its ass up and it basically, I don't know, makes your throat go out your asshole when you take off. Fastest car I've ever been in, man.
Oh,
Fastest.
you got one of those fast ones, huh?
Yeah, I got that Model S.
Wow.
Yeah. It literally does the cheetah thing where it scoots its ass and I'm like, what the fuck? Oh!
Dude, they're all over the states, and I'll be merging on the interstate, and you see the headlights, so there's a guy coming around, and it's like once I look back ahead, they're already past me. It's just insane how quick these things are.
Yeah, but it's exactly that. They're quick. They can't sustain that for very long. Like they can do 155, no problem, and they'll get there fast. But they can sustain it for about 2 minutes, and then the car slows itself down. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Well, I didn't know too. I didn't know either until it happened to me.
To be honest with you,
what?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I thought that those things like you can just shit and get and run it at like 280 for as long as you want.
Nope. It takes about 2 minutes at 261 k's an hour, which is about 160. And
Yeah.
then it automatically slows down to like 220 or whatever, which is still fast, but it's
Oh,
not,
yeah. You're still going like 130.
Yeah, that's nothing. 220.
no,
Yeah.
that's
To be
literally
honest with you, like I wish I had my old pickup truck. I would love to like just cut in front of one of those and just fucking coal roll them. Because like most of them are just pretentious douchebags. They're like, oh, you gotta save the environment. Really? How you doing that with your battery, bud?
Yeah. A big F450 diesel. It'll black smoke the shit out of them.
I had a 250 with a 7.3 twin turbo diesel in it.
That wouldn't be that bad though, because most of them are equipped with HEPA filters, so they probably wouldn't even notice. But
yeah, but you can't see.
You can't see, but
No.
the car would like stop. It like vigorously do an emergency brake like in the middle of the freeway, and that's what really sucks. That's what sucks. Even if somebody like merges to the left lane, to the left line of the lane, and it automatically thinks that it's an obstacle and it stops. So
yeah.
That'll ruin your driving experience really fast. So that's really how you get back at Tesla drivers. Just pull in front. The car will do all kinds of shit.
Randall, how often are you in the States?
Now every 2 months I go for a month.
Okay. All right. And so, because I haven't been back there since 2016 now. Jesus Christ. It's been a while.
Wow.
Yeah. And I know when I was back there, I wasn't enjoying it too much. So I'm guessing based on what you read in the news and you see on TV, it's not a place I want to go back to right now either. So I'm surprised there's so many. Is Tesla the only one corner in the market there with electric cars?
They have some Fords like
the Mustang. The F-150. I'm considering the F-150.
Yeah, I've seen
the
a couple.
Lightning?
No, I've just seen some of the sedans, like the similar model you see running around Germany.
Well,
It's
this
like
one,
a 4-door sedan.
it just came out. You have to pre-order it now. I think you have like until the end of July to pre-order it. It's $200 to pre-order, and then when it's done, like I priced it out, like the model that I want, it's a little on the higher end, but it's still only 42 grand, which is not a whole lot if you consider an electric vehicle. The only problem is that the battery, with like the extended battery, I think in kilometers, I think you're only going to be getting like around 450, and that's with like very conservative driving.
So Harry, is it true with Tesla's warranty that they give you like an update for software or anything that happens for the lifetime that you own it?
Yeah,
that's it,
true.
Dave.
And all those updates are free, but you have to make a difference between updates and upgrades. Like if you want to get your autopilot, if you want to get the newest version of that, then of course you're gonna have to pay extra. But if for some reason they want to knock out 40 miles an hour of extra top end speed, which they could do if they felt like it, then that's for free.
Yeah, see, that's what I think is cool, is that lifetime warranty and all that.
That is ridiculous.
That's why cool. That's why I always like German cars, because they didn't care about the mileage. They'd say, like Mercedes and I think Beamer and Audi would do it. They'd say this car will last you 10 years, period.
Yeah. And that's true.
And in America, they're like, well, it's 10 years or 10,000
but you know
miles.
what though? Here's the funny thing about that. Right now, if you go buy any kind of new car in Germany, it doesn't matter if it's a fucking Kia or if it's a Mercedes or a Beamer. You only get I want to say it's a 3-year warranty.
What? Okay.
Yeah. It's ridiculous. Like,
this is outdated then, what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's changed dramatically, and like the quality has gone down a lot. Because I was actually looking, I just got last year a brand new Honda CRV, and it was either between that and a brand new 5 Series, but like the station wagon version. And the only reason why I didn't do the Beamer at that time is because I knew I was going to be putting a lot of money into renovations and other shit coming up. So I just wanted to be smart and not stretch myself any thinner. And when we were looking at that, they're like, yeah, man, you get all this, and this, and this. Like for as long as the warranty went, all the service was included, which is cool. But then I was like, oh man, that's awesome. Like 10 years? Fuck yeah. He goes, 10 years? No, bro. It's only like 3 or 4 years. I think it was 3 years was the warranty. I was like, on a brand new car? He goes, yep. I was like, that's fucking awful. And I started reading it around, and that's the absolute minimum that they have to do here in Germany. I think Honda is the only one they give like 5 years.
Yeah. So it's interesting to see how many problems there are per 100 vehicles, Bobby. And if you'll notice,
yeah, I know.
Down here, there's this German brand, not too bad.
Yep.
Well, there you go.
Yep.
And then you got this one, Mercedes.
Yeah, they're awful.
Wow.
BMW.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
German engineering.
But the thing about it is, what you do get if you buy like a top level German car is you do get durability, because I have an Audi A5 and that thing runs. I have like 420,000 Ks on that right now.
Yeah.
And it's on a second motor, granted, but it's still running, and it probably would still be on the first motor if I like drove a little bit more conservatively than I do.
Oh, you mean not drive like an asshole and get tickets all the time?
Yes,
yeah, okay. That's what I thought.
My last Beamer that I had an X3, and it was a diesel, and that had 160,000. It wasn't very high mileage, but it was over 10 years old when I sold it. I still sold it for $8,000. If you look, like, even with like Consumer Reports, like it's a magazine that I've had a subscription to for, I don't know, fucking 20 years. There's only 2 car brands in the entire world that hold their value better than all the other car brands. And they switch back and forth every couple of years between first and second place. That is BMW and Toyota, believe it or not.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy. Toyotas hold their fucking value. I had
aren't they actually made in America too? Toyota?
What's that? It depends. What is this, Dave?
This is your US pretty much cars you can buy in the US based on mainstream brand, which is, right here.
Yeah.
Highest resale is actually Honda, and Toyota's 5. Which is still
in the States, yeah, but I'm talking world. I was talking worldwide.
I hear you. These 5 are domestic brands, and they are officially but okay. And then you have a little more luxury stuff. And you look here, actually, interestingly, the first 3 are Asian brand cars, and then you have your Germans looped here.
Yeah, but Acura belongs to Honda. Lexus is Toyota.
Yeah, no, that's what I mean.
Infinity is
that's why I said Asian brands, but the Volvo here, you would think it's Swedish, but technically it's Chinese. And last, Lincoln.
Volvo's not Chinese.
It's owned by a Chinese company.
Okay.
Interesting, huh?
Yeah, there's a couple of brands of Toyota that are manufactured in the U.S. I just pulled that up. The Sienna, the Sequoia, the Highlander, the RAV. And now Dave started his screen sharing, so my screen went small. The Camry, the Avalon, and the Tacoma.
Actually, all SUVs, whether it's Volkswagen, Mercedes, BMW, Audi, they're all made stateside as well.
Yeah. They all, I mean, it makes sense to
my Honda CRV, that was made in Marysville, Ohio.
Well, it makes sense to, if you're going to sell those cars and sell the most cars in that country, it makes sense to have a manufacturing plant there. Saves you a ton of cost. That's kind of like, why Airbus has a factory in Alabama. They make they do a site there, and they make airplanes there as well. Makes sense. You don't have to fly them over. They're already there. It's what's selling the most. It makes sense from a manufacturing standpoint. Supply and demand. So, so Randall, question about Mississippi. What do you think the most popular car in Mississippi is? And does it actually have 4 functioning wheels?
95 Chevy Sierra.
Chevy
Silverado.
Some kind of truck, man. I don't know. I'd guess a Ford. Some kind of Ford truck.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Dude,
And
I got an F-150 in like 2000 the year 2000. It was like a 91. I think I paid like $500 for it.
Nice.
I mean, stuff is dirt cheap down there.
My first truck, we still actually have. We keep it on the back of my dad's property, and I use it like we beat the fuck out of it. And it's just like a truck for going in the woods and like driving through shit. I bought it for $350. It was a 1983 F-250 with a 6.9 liter diesel non-turbo motor in it. That thing is so fun to drive. It's a stick shift. It's a 4-speed manual. You only use the clutch for if you're starting off, but you're not allowed to use first gear. You only use first gear if you're towing more than 5,000 pounds. It's what's called a creeper gear. So you only have second, third, and fourth, and then obviously reverse. And you only use the clutch for second and reverse. It's fucking hilarious because like you just find like that sweet spot between 16 and 1700 RPMs, and it just slides in and out like butter. But I used to like I'd get on the highway and I just keep my foot on the floor and just fucking power shift it, and just black smoke is just puking out the back. It was so fun.
They don't make them like that anymore, boys. They
No,
don't.
man.
I'm going to show you.
I'm sure that's not the way you're supposed to drive it. I'm pretty sure about that.
Oh, I don't care.
In 2005, I got out of the military, went back to Florida, and my dad, no shit, my dad bought me this exact truck. Not the same one, but the same model.
Nice.
883, 3-speed, by the way, 3-speed, 3 on the floor. Clutch, I swear we needed all our feet together to push it down.
Yeah.
But it was an awesome truck, man. That thing, you couldn't kill it. You couldn't kill it. And if you open the hood, it's got a big V8 under there. But we all could have slept under the hood as well with the V8. There's so much space under there.
Yeah.
They don't make them like that anymore. They just
No.
That's what I liked about my 91 F-150. Like I could work on it myself, and I wasn't even a mechanical dude.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
I would hit stuff, and crack the radiator, and you just keep refilling it, drive down to the junkyard and say, I need an F-150 radiator. All right, you pull it, $20, and
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
you got plenty of room to work. These like I got a really cool Volkswagen TDI wagon, and it's a beast, but I can't do anything to it myself. I can't stand that.
No.
Yeah, and what's really crappy, a lot of the new cars, a lot of the manufacturers, especially like the German ones, they have like a plastic thing, like if you pop the hood, it's completely sealed up. You only have a place to check your oil, and you have a place to add your windshield washer fluid.
Yeah.
And it's held in place by one-way screws. So that means that screw only goes one way. If you try to take it out, it breaks. If one of those is broken, you automatically void your warranty.
Yeah, you fucked yourself.
It's so fucking, it's awful how they're trying to fuck people over with that.
My dad's a mechanic, man, and he hates it. You got to plug the car in for everything now in the computer.
Yeah.
He's retired now, but he just tinkers around on things. But like, you're right, Randall. You used to be able to stick your hands in there, take the alternator out yourself, any normal stuff that you kind of supposed to learn as a man, or woman, whatever. So, now you can't do it, man. I can't. I have a BMW 1 Series, and no. So
I know you used to be able to talk shit to guys if they couldn't, do basic maintenance on their own car, and it's like now it's not their fault.
What do you mean you can't change the fucking oil?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah,
I still do all that. Change brakes. Actually, like my Beamer, the last truck, the last Beamer that I had, right before it went, I had to change a wheel sensor, and I figured out how to reprogram the computer myself because I called BMW. They're like, "Yo, it will take about 3 hours, but it's 400 euros an hour." And I said, "You can fuck right off. I can figure it out myself." And yeah, did that, man. That's another thing where they try to rape you, is because everything, like Dave said, everything has to be plugged in. There's a lot of places like in stateside. I know it's still like you can go there and it's a lot more customer service friendly. Like you go and be like, "Hey man, can you read this code out for me?" And the dealership will do it for you and not even charge you. Here, you try to do that, everybody has their fucking hand out. And it's like, "Hey man, I bought this car from you. You need to tell me what the fuck is wrong with it. Nah, man, you got to pay for that.
Right.
And and that's the thing. Like I can do a lot of shit. I'm pretty mechanically and I'm pretty good with my hands. So I don't pay. I will not. I refuse to pay anything to somebody for something I can do.
Speaking of doing it with your hands, how's your bathroom coming along? You almost done?
Yeah, man, it's awesome. I have a lot done on it. I have the only thing I have left to do is tile where the shower is and then the floor. And I couldn't do the shower because I had to wait on the stuff that I ordered on the internet. It's like a liquid plastic.
Yeah.
So when you paint it on, when it dries, it's just like it's plastic. And that's the key. It's like a moisture barrier. So I put the first coat on today. Tomorrow morning I'm doing the last coat, and then Sunday we're gonna keep tiling.
Randall, are you planning on doing this a long term, man? Going back and forth?
Yeah, for now. It's I got into a new job over there doing inspection work, and it's pretty fun and it's decent money. And I like going back and forth. There's you know, like you talked about going to the States. I love going back. It just depends on the place. Like California
I love going back.
Well, the California wilderness, anywhere in California outside the metros is awesome. You know, not counting a lot of the people, some of them created that problem and they don't realize it was their fault. But you know, I'm only in California to go up to the woods, so I'm not even dealing with people. But yeah, it's like that's kind of what it's like now. I got a schedule and a pattern set up and it works out with the family. So as long as I don't, you know, push, it's better. Like I could go over there and work for the next 2 years straight, but going back and forth is better for the little kids.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. How many kids do you have?
2.
Nice.
Yeah, one's 26 and the other one's 5. So
well, the 2 I know about.
Yeah. Somebody was in the military.
Yeah. Dude, it's grunts, man. People don't realize like we have 0 standards. So, you know, I would tell, like I'd have younger guys talking about hitting up girls. I'm like, don't go for that 6 over there, dude. Go for that 2 over there because you're gonna go home with it, you know.
Yeah, that's guaranteed.
Exactly. Go home and bag as many crocodiles as you can.
Yeah.
You're only gonna get 1 unicorn. Who cares?
Yeah.
You won't spend as
Crocodiles
much
are
money
guaranteed
either.
feed. Then again, you know what though? You might have to put more money into the crocodile than you will the 10.
Yeah.
Depends on
only if you
girth
true.
And
but
how
just
big. You know what
kick
I mean?
her kick her out before breakfast, man. Just
if you're going for a 2, who cares, dude? I'll drop $50 on a bar bill.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Come on, Hoss, we going home.
Yeah.
If you get the right one, she'll make you a sandwich the next morning. That's nice, man. You just got to end up at her place. That way you can tell her your name's Bobby Redinger and out the door you go. That's what
Such is life, man.
Say that. Use the friends' names. Don't use
That's
my
what
own.
I do. Actually,
dude, I used to do that to Bowman all the time. Like when I'd get in trouble, especially doing official stuff, that was my last name when people ask, yep, so-and-so Bowman, Delta Company 265, you know, just make up some shit. And
use Wise. Use Wise. He's the best. Like,
yeah.
my name's Chris Wise.
Especially like
the Patsy.
Give him the correct unit. Give him the correct
Actually, you got to
unit.
find out who's going up for a promotion and use their name.
Oh, speaking of that, this doesn't really apply to you, Bobby, but Randall will find this interesting. Did you see you have to be a corporal now before you're allowed to be an NCO?
No, dude, I don't care about any of that.
No, it's a new reg, and I found it. You know as well as I do, corporal is the worst rank in the Army.
Yeah,
it's between being an E4, Bobby. It's basically an E4. You're a junior NCO, which means you're a junior manager, but you don't get paid like one.
Right.
So you got to do.
You're an intern.
Yeah, you can be on both sides of the fence, and it might be the worst rank. And nobody really respects you as an NCO either if you're E4 and below.
So you can't be like specialist and get E5. You got to be specialist, get your corporal.
Yeah, and then then you're allowed to go to a primary leadership development course.
Man, see, I skipped that. I did specialist straight to E5 because, you know, they had low standards.
Yeah.
You're not in the military at all anymore, are you?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still in the reserves. I'm too busy to care, and it's pretty shitty lately.
Okay. Fair enough.
Are you still doing civil affairs shit, or has it changed now?
Yeah, well, they're actually getting rid of that. We don't know what we're doing, but we're doing something that won't be that, and it's probably not going to be fun. So,
yeah,
dude, CA was really fun, man. I think you would actually liked it.
I probably would have, but I always fought the cheeseburgers, and the cheeseburgers won. So therefore, Dave wasn't allowed to be in the military anymore.
It's the reserves, man. Come on.
Exactly. I would love to get your opinion on this because this was a topic last week. Would you rather have somebody who is an absolute PT stud, right, but can't shoot, right? Can't shoot for shit. Or would you rather have somebody who's kind of on the low range of the PT scale, but can really shoot? Who would you rather have?
Well, if I got to give a short answer, I want the guy that can shoot. Because if he can't maneuver, I'll put him in support by fire or something, or the gunner's turret.
There you go.
Yeah. Somebody is, because I said the same thing. It was always the guys I was in artillery. It was always the guys who were the super PT studs who, when shit was actually going down, were the ones who either freaked out or the ones who couldn't shoot for shit. But you can run fast. So congratulations. I try to explain to people all the time. Great that you're a 2-mile runner. Good, great. If you got to run 2 miles, you're in trouble anyways. So
yeah, you don't want to have to run 2 miles.
No, and it's of course now. Have you seen the new PT? Have you guys had to do the new PT?
Yeah, the unit did it. I've done it a couple times just to try it out. It's pretty cool. It's pretty tough.
Do you now get longer for the 2-mile run?
For us, it's 18 minutes.
Yep.
That's easy for just a 2-miler, but after you've done all those seven or 8 events, you're pretty smoked. So a lot of people are failing.
You can breeze through it like 14, 15 minutes and still pass.
If you're fresh, yeah.
No.
I tried to tell you, Bobby,
on the 2-miler?
Yeah.
No, dude, we would have guys that couldn't even run 2 miles fresh.
So when I last did that, I had to do that test. It was for a police department. They go by the military like their PE test it's that standard. There's no there's no differentiation from it at all. It is the exact same. We did all that shit. I did my 2-mile run at the very end. I did it in 13 minutes and I think like 7 seconds. And I was a pack-a-day smoker at that point, and I didn't even fucking train for it. Like I did train for it like a few months leading up to it, but not very fucking hard. I drink and smoke my ass off.
How old were you?
29.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's pretty tough.
Yeah, especially the new PT test. Dude, that drag and carry or whatever that's gonna burn the shit out of your legs. I can only
it's all technique though. Like that's what it is. It's technique.
Well, you can get used to it, like just like the old PT test, guys would just do that nonstop. And so when the PT test came up, it was like going for a walk. So you can train up to it, but I don't know. I don't think everybody should have to do that one. I think that's kind of silly. But as far as the combat guys, I think it makes a lot of sense.
I agree.
It challenges you in like all the areas of fitness, and then the different categories. I guess that's how they mitigated, letting the support jobs pass. But it's like, dude, if you're a pack clerk, I don't care if you could pass that test or not. I just care if you could process my pay.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, exactly.
That's kind of messed up to make them do it.
That's why I don't think they should make this test return it to a gender-based thing. It should be your job. It should be based on the job that you have. Because like if you're infantry or you're something like that, or like people are just like fucking humping artillery all day, you want jacked monsters that are pretty much got nothing here and just can fucking bust out like 100 pull-ups in the middle of nowhere. You know what I mean? Like Dave knows what we were talking about. I mean, Harry maybe too. We had a football player here in Gießen. Like we'd be running our dicks off training, and out of nowhere, this dude would just start doing fucking handstands and doing like push-ups and shit like that and sit-ups, and he just bust out like 100, and that's all he did.
Was he a CrossFitter?
No, he was just a pothead and
He
liked
was
to
a
play
pothead.
football.
He was a gigantic
Super
pothead.
pothead.
He was always high.
Like the dude
like
just
Holmes.
Was it Joe Rogan?
No,
no.
The dude was just, man, he was just like, I don't know. I don't want to say that word, but he was, you know, when you say some people have, you know, handicap strength is a good way to put it. I can't even say that these days.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And he just had that, and he didn't seem very smart, and just seemed high all the time. Literally would come to practice with the most bloodshot eyes you've ever seen in your life.
Baked out of his mind. And he do like everybody's sitting there like barely able to breathe. And he's just sitting there doing like fucking push-ups all day. And I'm just like, wow, dude, that's cool.
Oh man.
Like that big dude in The Longest Yard, the Adam Sandler version.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yes. A lot of people are like that.
Harry, I'll change your name back. We did have Empty Chair on the show, so
I saw that.
Yeah.
Right, Angry Chair. I was thinking Allison Chains.
Your belly feeling better?
No, my dad, my belly's fine, and my dad's also evidently he's been having some health problems recently, and I've been trying to reach him, and now he just called, so I had to take that.
Okay. I thought you had like you got that bubble guts and you had to run away for a minute.
No. I have that too, but I would have just stayed and shit under myself.
I was gonna say a true pro stays and shits in his chair.
Yeah,
that's what's up.
Did you see that? Did you watch that?
Turn the gain up on the mic, and there you go.
Did you watch that episode of I forget the show, where they eat hot wings and talk about different topics? Where
hot ones?
Oh yeah,
hot ones.
Hot ones. Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
I can't imagine the next day, man. Just asshole is, pink socking it. It's gonna be an awful day.
Just prolapsed for a week.
For how much they're suffering, that guy actually gets some really good questions in. Some of his guests are dying, and he actually gets some good content.
Yeah.
But I'd like to do
with
that.
The fact that they're like distracted from all the pain and the eating, so that's why they get like really deep conversations. I noticed that when I talk to my air traffic control colleagues, we get the best conversations going when we're like interrupted every 20 seconds because somebody has to do something, because that way you really have to be concise and get your point across. So if you're distracted and you're not focusing on upholding an image of yourself because you're like trying to keep it together, then I'm guessing that's where a lot of magic happens too.
You guys actually have to do stuff now, or what's going on?
Oh yeah, we do have to do stuff because Germans want to have their Urlaub, man. They want to go to the Canary Islands. They want to go to Mallorca and Greece.
Urlaub. They've been on a freaking year and a half long Urlaub.
Yeah.
That's true. It has been difficult here lately.
Dude, that's something I'll say about the States. Depending on where you go, it's like, I don't know what if they hide it from the news over here, but like most of the places I'd go, like they don't care, man. It's like
that's
even in California, like where the area I go to, there's a sign on the door that says masks are mandatory according to Governor Awesome Guy. And so I put mine up because I've been living in Germany too long. So I put mine on and I go in there, nobody has a mask. So I'm like, awesome.
Yeah.
And off it goes.
And this is in California.
I have so many friends back in Ohio just doing whatever the fuck they want.
Yeah.
In Florida was notorious for just that governor just did not fucking care. He he didn't believe in it. It was a fucking, you know what I mean? Like fake news.
Well, South Dakota stayed open too.
Yeah.
She got in trouble. A lot of Republican governors actually threw Hunter under the bus because, they had their meetings and they said, well, we're going to close. And she said, I'm going to listen to my public health officials and we're going to stay open and mitigate what we can. And but they stayed open and they actually took a lot of business from some of their neighbor states.
Yeah.
I actually like the governor from Florida, man. I actually like him.
Really? That guy's a fucking lunatic. He looks like he'd be fun to hang out with, though.
No, I don't think he's a lunatic,
like
man.
That he has a beard, I think.
I don't actually think he's a lunatic. A lot of the things he's put in place, man, I kind of agree with. Like,
they got the castle stand your ground thing, man.
He's got the balls to fucking say, no, I'm not going with this whole woke movement. It's gonna shoot you in the nuts.
How you just said that, stand your ground. I don't know where it was. I think it might have been in Seattle. Like, I don't know why, or somewhere. Some dude tried to use that stand your ground tactic by kicking a lizard, an iguana. He beat the shit out of an iguana. They did an autopsy on the iguana. And he said, like, I don't know why, like, it just popped into my head. I heard, you can Google it. Man tries to use stand your ground tactic for iguana attack. And they have like a 20-minute surveillance video of this guy just being a raging asshole to this animal and ended up killing it. And he's like, no, man, it charged me. And like, then they're like, okay. So he went to court and tried to fight it. Well, then they started playing the surveillance video and he was just like, yeah.
It's a real thing. Oh, wow. It really is.
Yeah.
Those rabid lizards.
Bro, anytime I read an article and I hear Florida man,
it's going to be
put my head down in shame. Just put my head down in shame.
Like, you think Florida man's like just like one person. You know, it's like, it's just one person. Like, man, that dude he out there living his life.
Yeah.
I mean, Bobby, why would you say the governor's a lunatic of Florida? I mean, what reason?
Maybe not necessarily a lunatic. I don't think he's real. I don't know. I don't find him very reasonable. He's not very open to outside opinions.
You mean he's a governor? I mean, it's kind of why he was elected, to make choices, not being like, hey,
yeah, I understand.
What
but like,
makes you feel good?
Hey, let's go to a retirement community and let it run rampant. Who cares?
Sorry.
Like the guy, yeah, I know.
But like, do you, I was always against shutting down the economy anyways. Like,
I was too, to be honest with you. This
is going to be an unpopular opinion. You made it 75 years. It's a pretty good run.
Yeah.
The rest of us got shit to do. I know it's a pretty shitty opinion, but
I don't know. I'm not buying. I still don't buy in this whole Corona shit. I don't think it's as hyped as everybody makes it to be.
Dude, I think the media makes it worse for all sides. It's like
it's fucking awful.
It's like,
Bobby,
I said, like we have to wear a mask. We have to wear a mask on the flight to get over there and in the airport. But then everywhere else I would go, it was like, I don't know, 50-50. You walk into one store, you get yelled at. Yeah. You walk into another store, there's Karens yelling at the cashier about masks, so you just go on by. And I mean, like, the one funny thing was I was in Carson City on my way home and I wanted to buy some ammo. So that was pretty cool, walking into a gun shop with a mask on. Usually you can't do that.
No, you can't do that. Like, and that's
I walked in and the guy was like, take that bullshit off. I was like, all right, cool. America.
Freedom boner.
But that's another thing. Like, it's funny that you say that. Like, you went into a fucking gun shop with a mask on. If you would have did that 10 years ago, you would have had multiple guns on you.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like 2 years
or
ago.
Even 2 years ago. You walk into a bank to take money out with a mask on, fucking they're hitting that silent alarm before you're completely through the doorway. You know what I mean? Now they're calling the cops if you're not wearing a mask.
Yeah, that freaked me out the first time I saw that. I mean, of course I had heard that Florida is an open carry state, but I didn't know, like, I didn't associate anything with it. But I went to a bank once then to get some money, obviously. And this guy came in with a motorcycle helmet on. This was in 2007. Motorcycle helmet and a gun open. And I was like, okay, well, he's probably a sheriff or something. And no, it's just a regular dude. That's what they do in there.
I thought you still couldn't carry in a bank though.
He did it. I don't know if that was.
It depends. Like
a thing, but
depends on the state.
Yeah.
And it also depends on establishment. Like, Ohio is also, like, in Ohio, I have a concealed carry permit. There's a lot of places you're not allowed to conceal carry or open carry, but a lot of them, they just put that just to keep people at rest. Like, if you walk into certain places, people don't say shit for the most part, unless like you have a certain look to you, then yeah, everybody gets nervous. But for the most part, it's business as usual.
Certain look? What do you mean by that?
If you look like a fucking meth head and you're walking into a bank with a gun, then yeah, people are gonna get nervous.
What do you
or
mean
you
by
walk
that,
into
Bob?
like, huh?
I'm just
If you look
fucking-
like somebody that's gonna rob them, you know what I mean? Like just a dirty dirtbag drug head.
Do you mean like a boy? Is that what we're talking about, Bobby? Or what are we talking about here, Bobby?
So
What do
go
you-
in a
could be a
suit
man,
and
yeah.
tie, and you're good, man.
It could be it could be a man. You're not tricking me today, buddy. I might be drunk, but I'm not dumb drunk. Wait,
Randall, I don't know if you know this, but Bobby has a tendency to call people boy a lot.
I'll never forget that. We had a fucking podcast with how many? It was Mike. It was just me, you, Mike, and Kim, right?
Right.
I was on it.
Were you?
I think
Yeah.
so. I think.
Okay, so we had 2.5 African Americans and 2 white boys.
That sounds like a sitcom.
Yeah. And we're talking about what was his name that down in Georgia. Where those two, the father and son, that ex-sheriff shot the kid that was supposedly robbing homes.
Yeah.
I can't think of his name right. No.
Ahmaud Arbery.
Right.
Exactly it. And I just kept saying, because he's a younger man, like he's a very young man. And I didn't mean it that way, but I kept calling him a boy. And you're from Mississippi. So usually when you hear a white man say boy, it means something else. And I wasn't even thinking that way. And these assholes are just letting me go on for an hour. And I'm just keep going and going and
I thought you were doing
going.
a shtick at first. I was like,
Yeah.
okay, maybe he's doing something. I don't want
No,
to.
it wasn't even. It didn't even click in my head, man. Like just fucking subtle racist Bobby at its finest.
And maybe this boy was running. He shouldn't have been running. I was like, oh shit.
I think once you hit a certain age, then your color doesn't matter because, if you're like 50 years old, you're talking to your son. Hey, come here, boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I've never once associated that word with any like racist. You know what I mean? Like I
Not
don't
getting
know.
a pass, Bobby. Not getting a pass here, Bobby. Stop it.
Backpedaling.
Yeah. Whoa.
But I have to say, if you take German,
Bobby's like, I got 2.5 black friends.
But there is something to say about like the way foreigners view the States, because I think the difference between a tourist and a racist is only 2 weeks.
It's true.
So
There's some truth to that for sure. Bobby, you all right?
what are you dying about, Bobby?
No, I just in my head, I was gonna say, like, again, drunk Bobby, not thinking. I was gonna say, well, technically, I was the minority in that situation.
Fair.
There you go. Math.
That's fair. It's fair. Break out
Yeah.
your card.
Dude, my school was compared to, I don't know, I looked it up a long time ago, but I guess relatively speaking, we had a pretty multicultural school. We had a lot of Vietnamese, South, shrimping and all that, big black population. But like Mississippi, Alabama, they're all different depending on where you are. So
Yeah.
along the Gulf Coast, where I'm from, it's like picture Vegas on a beach. It's like Panama City, Destin. It's beaches, Air Force bases. It's normal for the South. So, but growing up in like a diverse place like that, like you actually, I don't know. I thought we got along a lot better. Once I joined the Army and was in the Army style diversity, I don't know, man. I could get away with a lot more with my black friends in Mississippi. It's like if they know you're not racist, you can make the same jokes. But
Right.
in the Army, you slip up around the wrong dude, no matter how close you are, you're getting in trouble.
Yeah, definitely. I have a few friends. Like I said, I used to work for the Cavaliers, and that was predominantly African American. The people like in that area, and the people that work there, and all my coworkers and some of my closest friends. Yeah, man, it was crazy. Some of the shit that was said around there, but it was all like,
like
we were
your
a
jigaboo
family.
word. That's pretty much anybody could say that where we were. I mean, if it's, I don't know, it's like black guys using the N-word against each other. It's okay.
Yeah.
If a white guy does it, and if you're buddies, it's okay. But if you put the R on the end, you're getting messed up.
Yeah. Well, like with
Same
that
thing.
jigaboo thing, the only thing about it is she had no idea what it meant. She said it like you're half black and your co-anchor is 100% black, and you're just throwing that word around on live TV, and he was just like, okay.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Doing this today, huh?
He's like, we'll be hiring.
You chose violence. Okay.
Tomorrow, my replacement.
Yeah.
But that's pretty bad too, because I mean, yeah, I think even from any black person, you'd expect them to fight whoever says it, right? Now,
Yeah, man, especially in Cleveland, Ohio, like you can't say shit like that.
what if you have like a super jacked white dude who happens to say that? Because I had a couple friends that are like borderline racist, and they cracked a lot of jokes like that, and I'm like, okay, well, my dad technically wants me to punch this guy now, but that would be my last mistake. So I'm just gonna play white today.
See, that's what's also messed up. Harry can play both sides of the fence.
Talk about a privilege card, man. We're stuck with one white privilege card, so you got two. You could just you're like Joel Citizen, man.
I can do a Jew.
He just flips it over. Please
could
see
actually.
reverse side.
That's why you and Chris get along so well. That makes sense now.
Yeah, totally. But like once I got stopped in the desert, I wanted to see how fast my car could go, my rental. I was in Joshua Tree National Park, and the guy pulled me over at I think I was doing 115. And yeah. And he put Caucasian on the ticket. I knew I was gonna be good.
Gotcha. Just make sure next time when they come to the window, be like, Shalom.
Better not do that in Mississippi though. But beautiful area. I like driving there.
Hey, one thing to just so we mentioned, so we keep things going week after week. I wonder how Chris is doing this week, man. Hope they're getting along again. So
it's probably duct tape to the bed.
You think so?
Yeah.
And not in a cool way.
I wonder if Randall, the next time you see him, just ask him if his wife is feeding him again, because she was withholding food for a while. He was really he really had a sunken face the last time he was on the podcast. So
was it? Yeah, that's I saw that one. Wasn't he sick for a while or something?
That's what he says. He's like, I'm sick.
Yeah, that's what he says. It's like, all right, man, I see.
But his new wife has been withholding some food items. I know that. So
unlike his grandson.
Yeah. Yeah. Chris is a grandpa too. Did you know that? Chris is well, you're watching the pod, you know that now.
No, I missed that. I watched like probably 10 minutes of that one.
Yeah, he's a grandpa. He's
wow.
Yeah, man.
35-year-old grandpa.
35-year-old grandpa. Hey, whatever,
That's fine, man. I like Chris. He's funny.
Yep.
It's fun that he plays along with it, because like, dude, we give him a lot of shit.
Yeah,
he's a good sport about it.
He's the little guy, man. What can he really do?
I know.
I mean, really, what could he do? Not much. If we were cellmates, it's pretty clear I'm fucking him. It's just what it is. Man.
Over.
It's the law of the jungle.
It is over.
Let me borrow your mouth for a few minutes, and I'm finished, and we're moving on. We're still friends.
Yeah.
You're forgetting his deep pockets and networking skills, though. He'd get a shim pretty quick, man.
That's true. That's true.
It might be sitting in his bed when he walks in,
in there doing taxes and shit.
Yeah. Well, yeah, he wouldn't have a cellmate. He'd take the warden's office.
Yeah, he'd have his own place.
Hey, I wonder if people in prison get stimulus checks.
Ooh.
I don't know why that just came in my head when you mentioned the warden. I was like, I wonder if they get stimulus checks.
Probably not.
You guys hear about the fourth stimulus that got released accidentally?
The what?
Fourth stimulus?
Oh.
Yeah, there is no fourth stimulus, but the IRS released I think to 24 million people, like $1,460.
I'll take it.
Oh no, they realized where the error was, and they have a name for every single person they sent it out to. You have to give it back, or you have to pay it back.
Right. Well, Randall, you got all your stimulus, right?
I guess, man. I don't know. I didn't keep up. When I got money, I used it. So
Fair enough, man.
That's the way to do it, man.
I was contributing to the economy, so it went into a whatever investment account I needed some money in, or guns. So either way, it was American. Whatever
Solid
I did with
investments,
it.
if you ask me. Solid investments.
Nice.
Dude, I'd be totally down to go to this ranch and just shoot some shit up, like some old tomato cans and shit. I don't care.
We actually built a proper range. We used to do that, just shoot at watermelons and whatever trash we had out there, but it started to look like a trailer park. So we had to clean it up. And
why?
Oh, you need a proper range, man. Especially so now we can shoot in the dry season because we
Bro.
got all the brush out of there, and
nothing says proper range more than trailer park. Like
what?
They go hand in hand, in my opinion.
Hey, Bobby's from Ohio, doesn't know any better. So it's all they know. Man, what's the biggest thing you can shoot out there?
Like gun?
Right.
Or just caliber in general?
Both. What's the
whatever you can get your hands on?
Well, you need a special license for a 50 cal for sure.
Right.
I don't know. The largest we have is a 30-06.
Okay.
No, that doesn't count. Like, if you get a 10 gauge slug, that's pretty damn big.
Yeah. Listen, it sounds like all assault rifles to me. Ban them all. Ban them all. They also,
dude, they make loud noises and they look scary. So
yeah,
they're terrible.
You could get PTSD from them. Just saying, it's possible. It's possible.
My sister's little pink 22 handgun gave me nightmares.
I'm down, man.
Wait,
let's go.
That's an actual gun, right?
It vibrates, if that's what you're asking.
I don't know, man.
Dude,
We've had some
good to
sketchy
see
guests on here before where that was code for something else.
No, I'm talking about an actual 22 pistol.
Okay, good.
It's cool to see all the women getting into guns over there and training and learning how to take care of themselves. But some of the guns you see them walking around with, it's like, okay.
They're fucking like they jump like you see them from a mile away. But then again, your sister with that pink handgun, that's actually a good thing because it's very visible. You'd see it from far away, then hey, this person is also carrying.
She wouldn't. So, you can't open carry in California anyway.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's
okay.
And the CCW. I'm not even going to bother with a CCW. It's such a
Why
joke.
Not?
Well, California is a May issue state, and that means they most likely won't unless you're about to get murdered or you're not carrying money around or something. You got the shall issue states, you're almost guaranteed to get it. The May issues, like California, I've seen enough guys doing videos on it. I know Dave, a guy that was in 2-6 with us years back in Redding, California, I think he does like a CCW. You have to do like the mandatory 40 hours up there. So I was talking to him about it, a dude that actually knows the laws, and he's like, yeah, good luck.
Yeah. See, for mine, I had to actually go to like multiple. I think it was a 6 or 8 week class. Also had a lot of range time. It was no joke. It was no joke.
And seeing you got like 15 or 16 states now that are constitutional carry, concealed or open.
See, for us in Ohio, you have you have to have the permits. You have to have it all in order to do it. And they still give you a hard time depending on even if I'm driving around, I still keep mag and the gun separate depending on where I'm at.
Well, that's what's funny about Reno and Nevada is a constitutional carry. And
this is so interesting. Mississippi has the highest gun rate in the U.S.
I bet most of those are accidents or suicides.
Yeah, they add suicides.
No, those are the highest gun laws. Those are the strictest. So Mississippi has the most.
No,
it
has the worst.
No, an F. Never mind.
I like that. I like seeing Fs.
And California, number 1.
Yeah, of course they're A, but
It's just interesting to me. With some of these states.
Ohio's 24. They have a D.
Yeah.
We like them D's.
There's no way their
No,
gun
no.
death. There's no way their gun death rate is accurate for California.
Actually,
7.45.
Ohio, that could be right. That's fucking murder central.
Dude, like just Stockton down the road from us. You got deputies being ambushed. It's like bad, dude. It's like no-go zones in California.
Yep.
I mean, yeah, what they're
Oakland.
not showing on the news, it's bad.
Yep.
And I'm guessing it's going to go up because if you believe Rogan, then California has been really deteriorating in the pandemic and everything. Like a lot of people poor living on the streets, that kind of stuff.
Tent cities everywhere, anywhere near the metro. It's just strips of and we're not talking about meth head drunk people. Like I've run into veterans like our age that are on the street and they're pretty sane dudes. And they're just like, dude, I was middle class. I got nowhere else to go.
Yeah, it's tough, man. And it's factual. Once you're on the streets, it's difficult to get off.
Mm-hmm.
And they can't leave the state.
You have no home address. You have nothing.
Why can't they leave the state?
How? They have no money or a car. I mean, I guess they could walk out if they wanted to, but California's pretty big. Nobody's going to pick up a bum in California, man.
No.
True.
That's oh man.
Look up the exodus out of California. I think last year before the pandemic, it was like 40-something% of San Francisco people were planning on leaving. But so the exodus out of the state it's pretty crazy. Like people are just
because
refugees out of there.
And the taxes are insane. And the cost of living, like San Francisco, Silicon Valley destroyed that city. Absolutely destroyed it.
I would say the commies destroyed it, but sure.
Okay.
So
hold on. Elaborate on that.
Dude, it's like a Marxist hellhole there, man. It's, peace and love and all this, no guns and everything. But look up some videos of San Francisco. It's getting pretty bad.
San Francisco's been bad for a long time. There's a lot of homeless people because the cost of living there is one of the highest in the country. You can get like a studio apartment, like right here, like in Germany, like just as a comparison, like a 50 quadrat-meter studio apartment. You're paying what, $300 for? Over there, it's going to run you 10 grand.
Yeah.
In San Francisco, the cost of living, Silicon Valley, they skyrocketed it by like 30,000%. It's insane. And the cost of living there you can't do it. So if somebody, and when the housing market crashed and all that back then, people couldn't pay their loans. A lot of people got everything taken away from them. And where do you go to? The streets.
So interestingly, from July 1st, 2019 to July 1st, 2020, the state's population increased by 21,000 people, but it only increased because of births because it was 135,000 people left the state than moved there. So that means they only gain population from birth, and more people are leaving than moving there. So that's unfortunately, most of them are moving to Texas. So that should be interesting how that state shifts in the next couple of years.
Also, Florida, you're going to see a lot of big population gain, like over by where you used to be, where you grew up, Dave, because they have no, with the tax laws there, a lot of companies are moving their headquarters there. Like if you go into Bonita Springs, like what Hertz, I think that's a car rental company. Their headquarters is now in Bonita Springs because they don't have to fucking pay any corporate taxes.
Right. And those places have ruined the place that I used to grow up because it's definitely different than I remember. That's for sure. Yep. Not a good thing there. It's not a good thing. We have officially hit the 1 hour 15 mark.
Nice.
So we are hitting the red zone. So that's going to have to do it for this week. Randall, we appreciate you being on, man. Definitely have you on again, especially when Chris is on here because
we'll get some stories out of you guys.
Yeah.
He'll have some flashbacks. Yeah, thanks for having me, guys. Appreciate it.
No worries. No,
thanks for being on.
Nice knowing
you. Yeah, so we will call it a week. Bobby, you got something to say as usual?
Thanks for stopping by, checking us out. Please like, share, and subscribe. I was doing so good.
Please,
Fuck.
please like Lair and Bear. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, dude.
Splike and smear.
Fuck it, man. You can look a bear if you want. I don't care. No, please like, share, and subscribe. We are everywhere podcasts are found. We are also on YouTube. You can find us on Twitter and Instagram and Facebook. If anybody have any questions, you want to know something, you have a topic you want us to discuss, please send it our way and we'll be sure to address it.
Oh, Randall, we're dickheads, man. Do you have anything you wanted to plug?
Yeah, I do stuff. Absolute veteran and grunt proof. That's all I gotta say. People can look it up if they care. Appreciate it.
All right, no worries, man. We'll
Definitely check it out.
Well, we can link it on when we send stuff out, when we send messages out. No problem, man. Okay, dude. All right, then everyone take it easy. Have a week. Yeah.
Have a great week, guys. See you later. Bye.
Peace. Bye, guys.